Hi everyone, Charlie Carnaccio from Hudson Valley Sports Report. You may have been enjoying our Hudson Valley Sports Report Dream Teams as we've been announcing them and rolling them out for baseball and softball and lacrosse. We are up to baseball and it's time for us to announce our Coach of the Year. Tough decision this was, but we did narrow it down. We did wind up identifying and selecting a Coach of the Year, and Rich Tomaselli is with him right now.
All right, thanks, Charlie. And I am sitting here with our HVSR Baseball Dream Team Coach of the Year, David Nusko from Marlboro. Congratulations, Mr. State Champion.
Thank you very much, Rich.
All right.
It's an honor.
We talked a little bit during the season about this ride that you guys went on. And even after the sectional title game up in Saugerties, I could sense this almost a sense of relief that you were back and you had won it again. So I don't want to say that everything after that was gravy, but let's start there with that sectional title.
Well, there's no way you get into the state tournament unless you win that, and I do think that we were good enough to win it last year. I think that we came across a team that was on fire, and we didn't play as well as we should have, and we were real disappointed that we didn't get into the tournament last year. And I think with the returning seniors, it was kind of a burning ember fire.
Did you use that much as motivation? You know, because losing to an 8 seed when you were the top seed.
We didn't talk about it a lot,
right.
But when we started the season, we did talk about why we failed and what happened, and we can't let that happen again if we want to accomplish anything, whether it was a game or it was division or league, whatever it was. And that was probably the last time we brought that up all year.
Right. I love to ask this question of coaches, especially when they make it as far as the Final Four or something like that, and certainly and win a state championship. And I remember talking to Pat Mealy of Ketchum about this. Did there ever come a point in a season, I was talking to Pat a lot this year when you guys call in games and things like that, and he's like, boy, we've got to we've got to corral our defense. Our defense has been a little shaky, but I'm not worried, and it's going to be fine, and it was fine. Mm-hmm. At what point this season did you get the sense of you either turned a corner or, boy, we got something special here?
I think it was the Minisink Valley game.
Which was late in the season, right?
It was later, yeah, it was later. I believe we were 4-2 at that point. We had just lost to New Paltz, tough game at home. And we bounced back the next day and we played Minisink Valley. Great program, super coach, and successful, bigger school. Yeah. And we came back and we beat them. I think it was a close game, but 7-5, but we played real good baseball. We hit timely, we executed, we manufactured. Defense has really been no question all year long, and the pitching was outstanding. It was a matter of producing when we needed to and getting hits when we needed to. And it took us a little while to get warmed up into that groove.
What was it like, if you can kind of put it into a kind of an anecdotal sense, what was it like, that ride, after you win the section as you keep going? Because the players, obviously we see a lot of them on Twitter. We talk to them a lot on Twitter, right. And we got that hashtag going, why not us? Why not? Was that a thing for you guys in the dugout, in the locker room?
No, it was. It must have been maybe just with
the player thing?
The player thing, yeah. It wasn't something we talked about in the field or in the dugout. So I'm not sure where that actually got started.
But how far ahead did you get, or you make sure that they didn't look that far ahead?
Well, that's something we talk about all the time, because you just want to concentrate on that next ground ball, the next pitch, the next pitch that you receive in the batter's box. But I think once we got into the tournament, we were so focused, concentrating on the next game, who to prepare for and how to play, make sure we played our game, and we would look to scout the other team and see what we could work against. Right. It was so intense, and it goes pretty much so fast that it was all focus, and at that point, it seemed like there was a switch that turned on with them, because we got the games in the tournament. That focus was laser sharp. I didn't have to say anything pre-game. They just went right through the whole routine, and it was comforting as a coach.
Take us up to the state tournament, which is the not only the ultimate, of course, but kind of the oddball of playing back to back within hours of each other in the same game. For some opponents, for some teams, they're literally playing back to back if they've got that late game. Different coaching philosophy, changing anything at all? Keep in the back of your head that well, this is it. I'm going to play everybody no matter what. No,
we as standard, as usual. We just went about our business. I didn't change anything. I didn't think about changing anything. And as you know, our starting catcher got thrown out of the game.
Right.
You don't plan on that. We planned on everybody playing where we needed them, but we were prepared in that we did that all year. If he was tired or we had so many innings or we had a break, a second catcher would come in, and Hayden came in for him. But we went business as usual.
Two final questions. I would be remiss if I didn't ask you, since Marlboro swept the HVSR Dream Team Awards this year, a thought or two on John Meridian and Nick Mongelli, our pitcher and player of the year.
Is there any way we can get a fifth year and bring him back? I mean, that would be nice. The two of them, I'll start with John. He's been with me for 4 years. He started as a freshman. All 4 years started at shortstop. Great leader, all business, works real hard all the time. In the beginning of the year, I think he was one of the guys that was a little bit too hard on himself if he wasn't doing everything all the time. But it's a nice characteristic to have.
Sure, yeah.
And he performed. He was big in the tournament, big, especially the two state games. And it's having a leader and like another coach on the field. And he did it all. He really did. Whether it's hitting, fielding, talking, leading, he did it all. And Nick, I mean, you talk about a guy that's just going to take the ball from you if he could. He goes out there and gives you everything he has. Very intelligent in his approaches here on the mound. And we knew if we got 1 or 2 runs, we felt like we'd win the game with him on the mound.
Right.
And then he started a little bit slow at the plate, but he came on strong. And when we needed it most, he was hitting the ball and doing things to execute at the plate.
And finally, I'm not sure there's a better person to ask this of, because if memory serves me correct, or some sort of recollection, you probably are the longest standing coach at Marlboro right now in terms of tenure. Can you explain this? Can you explain a state quarterfinalist in football, a state semifinalist in girls basketball, a state finalist in boys basketball, and then softball and baseball state championship?
Part of it goes back to the community and the support we have through youth groups. It's pretty strong. It might also be that there are a lot of community members who went through Marlboro, played some sports, or maybe they moved in, but had been former athletes and understand the commitment that needs to be implemented from an early stage. That's probably part of it. I think another thing is just the interest in this senior class of playing and executing, and I have to take into account their intelligence academically. It's a very, very superior class, and I think that mix of superior athletic and academic ability, it's going to take you a long way. And as this year, I think that's, it showed.
Well, this guy took the baseball team a long way. Dave Anusko, our HVSR Baseball Dream Team Coach of the Year. Congratulations again.
Thank you very
Appreciate
much.
it. Thanks, Dave.
Thank you.